Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's some annoying shit though. Because the problem is when somebody calls you,
Hmm.
you can't even like you can't even plug it back in. Like there's no way for you to sit there and kind of you know I guess re put it back to where it's like the headphones are in. So like once it's out, even when I try to take it off and then try to like pair it again, it won't do it for some odd reason. It's the most irritating shit. And it's not just on this, it's on Zoom as well. Like once somebody calls you, that's it. You can't sit there and like repair for some odd reason. Like it's some real dumb shit. I'm gonna have to work on that this week. But anyway, where the hell were we?
Talking about Clyde and the outdated technology of the Salem PDs.
Yes. And yeah, exactly. And using a little bit too much logic in there, yes. But yeah, I just don't understand how he just amassed all this amount of power though. Like I don't get that. Um
Mm.
it's it, things aren't really aligning between the fact that he has so much power and Stefan's like, oh, well, I got to sit there and protect my girlfriend Gabby. I was like, you have money. Why don't
Mm.
you just, you know, deal with Clyde or, deal with protection or something like that? It's like, I understand Ava maybe in her position if she can't get, she doesn't really have money, she can't get to her family, she got to do what she got to do. But I'm like, bro, you're in a position of power. There's no excuse for why you're practically running ass backwards for this guy and having him just jumping through hoops for him. I don't get it.
Mm-mm. They could have just turned them in by now. So tell Harris or tell EJ they could work together to put them away or stop it since they're already investigating it now. So
Well, I feel like maybe later on they're probably going to wind up doing that. I don't know if you saw the previews. Did you see the winter previews?
oh yeah,
Okay,
that really
so
long one.
yep.
You know, I totally forgot some of the stuff that happened in there. Oh well, so it'll be a surprise thing because I didn't really want to watch it because I didn't want any spoilers. But then everybody was talking about it, so I had to watch it. But it's on Peacock. Whenever you go to Days of Our Lives, it just automatically starts playing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, just play the show, please.
Mm. Yeah, and it's funny too. It's funny too because you don't want to watch the spoilers and this, that, and the third. But you're a YouTuber, so people are gonna be like, "Oh, watch the spoilers. Tell me what you think of it." It's like you don't want to do it, but now your position of being a YouTuber requires you to watch it because people are asking you to watch it. So, just on a side note, did you watch any Y&R this week?
Oh yeah, I just watched the full week a little while ago.
What you thought of it?
That's that's so perfect. I don't know. I think the way that the Newmans were reacting to everything, just like, oh my goodness. Or maybe because I'm just used to watching Days and Jake where stuff like this happens on the regular. So everybody has that reaction that you expect. But the Newmans acted like they weren't heard or shocked about anything. It was just kind of, especially Nick after he got stabbed. It was like he was more upset that his shirt got ripped. Then he got and then how is he the one doing all the work after he gets stabbed? You know, he calls the police and he calls the Billy and tell him that everybody's okay. I'm like, did Billy even call him? I know he was blowing up Victoria's phone. Like, what? He's the one that got stabbed. Somebody else called somebody. Lordy. And I was wondering, is this Jordan person, was she a made up character? Or was she
Nope.
there back in the day and Victor just forgot about her?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I think she might have been a made up character because Victor dealt with Jordan's sister. So she wanted revenge for what Victor did to her. But my whole thing is like, she wants revenge because she felt like Victor treated her like trash, and just like, Victor treated a lot of people's sisters like trash.
He treats
Your
pretty much
sister's not
everybody like
special.
he does. He treats pretty much
Exactly.
everybody else like trash. His own family like trash. They made him think that he had some kind of illness or something just to test their loyalty. Is that not? That's the most. That's hella fucked up. That's why I don't like him.
That's why he's the great Victor Newman. Come on now.
And he still got that mustache. He had still had that mustache back in the day. I was like, oh, look at that young mustache. I'm like, well, this is way before my time of watching. So I was like, Eve. I don't remember a character name. Like, oh, yeah, I don't even think I was alive during this stuff. The way that picture was looking. Yeah, and then I got confused because Jordan was saying her sister was named Eve, and then they were talking about the baby was named Eve. So then I was like, wait, hold on, are they the same character? And I was like, oh, they named the baby after his crazy mama. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, when storylines like this comes up, I'm like, why do you wait so many years to get revenge? I'm like, Eve has been dead so long, and then Claire is a grown up. Well, you had to wait for her to go to college and all this other stuff before she could work for Newman. It wasn't the revenge stealing the baby in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, like I said, I just sat there and I laughed because I was like, your sister's not special. Like, he treated a lot of women like dirt. So, boo hoo on your sister. I also heard that her sister tried to kill Nikki. So it's not like she was a crazy nut job. Your sister weren't a saint. But I enjoyed it because it gave you a little level of suspense. This is the
Yeah.
first time you really had a couple of days where it's like, oh, they're dying. You don't know what's going to end up happening next. It's like, we kind of do, but at least it's interesting. What's good, Taiwan?
Yeah, because Young and
Um,
the Restless definitely need some action on that show. Lordy. Everybody just always sitting around talking about business and wanting to get revenge on people with business and stuff. I'm like, Lordy. And now they're going to turn Chase into a businessman. Like, they really hate their first responders on this show. It's like, who's going to be the cop now? Because I know Paul's not coming back. And what's that chick's name? She's never around. It's like, nobody policing the town. But then again, nobody does anything in the town. So I guess they don't need nobody. General Hospital needs half the cast needs to be detective. But Young and the Restless, ain't nothing happening in that town. Just all talk. Boring. Lordy.
the one thing I did sit there and like about just kind of switching back to General Hospital was, Max, he's talking about how she's in a lot of financial trouble and stuff like that. She's a single mom of three kids. And I sit there and I look at Young and the Restless and I'm like, you know what? At least this is much more relatable than Young and the Restless. Everyone has businesses, they have companies, they spend days in their expensive hotels. It's like, I appreciate that scene because of that. And let me just read what Kai Wen says because I haven't seen him in a while. You want to read it out?
What do you guys think of Pikeman this week on General Hospital? I'm surprised they remembered it, first of all. And second of all, looks like maybe possibly they're gonna actually do something with the storyline, maybe wrap it up or make it look a little interesting since we actually get to see the big dude, I guess, head of Pikeman. See what's his deal? Why does he want mess with Sonny so bad? And he's in there getting food from Carly. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's just like, why is this even? And then Carly feeding the homeless too. I'm like, oh Lord, are you trying to make her look like some kind of saint or something? Like, oh my gosh. I was just so over that scene. Like, why?
yeah, like that scene. You didn't find it heartwarming or anything like that.
No. That
Damn,
was just that's like and
damn.
it was just hella random for no reason, just trying to make Carly look like this great person. Like, Carly's not a good person. I don't know why they really trying to make her seem that way, but whatever.
What's good,
plus,
Lashanta?
plus, it was hella random.
You know, I do. Here's the thing. I do. on one hand, I understand why people are kind of disappointed if this guy is Pikeman because they probably wanted one of their favorites to return. The only reason why I actually like this guy is because he's somebody new, he's somebody different, you know? We don't really get a lot of new guys or anything like that. Like,
Mhm.
usually a lot of times with these big players, like let's say um, Michael Easton or Roger Howard, they just bring him back as another character. At least this is a fresh new phrase, a fresh new guy playing a new character. So I can appreciate that. Um, but yeah, just going back on why not? Like I said, I actually thought it was pretty good. For the last couple episodes, it was good. And Lashanta says, Danny Bear Carly is that girl. And let you know to point that out there in case you forgot. She rapped Carly. I rap both. I rap Nina and I rap Carly.
You met you like Nina.
Exactly, just like you like Mustache Man.
Lordy. No, I thought how he handled Jordan was hilarious. Oh my god. He's like, if you're gonna use that, you better use it right. And he's like, you better finish the job. Basically, it's like you're gonna kill me, then kill me, because he's gonna come after you. And then he's supposed to be dying, but he was still able to push her on the bed and lock her in the room.
I thought that was hilarious. I was just like, Boots, so you didn't have a key? You didn't think about using a key or anything? Like, really? You could have just got out any point in time and just start stabbing people, but you decided to just hang out in the room. Whatever.
Lord.
Um, now let's wrap this up with the B&B. What are your thoughts on B&B?
Oh lordy, they had a few weeks where it was really good. They were showing a lot of different storylines. Well, I mean, they don't have that many storylines, but we're seeing more than just Sheila, and Eric. They brought in Poppy and Luna, and we even got to see Bill and Leon. But anyways, but then last week it was all about Eric. Except for those few scenes with Deacon and Hope. And just everybody talking about Eric, the same conversations over and over again. I'm like, why do you do this to me? I just hate hearing the same conversations over and over again. It's like, why? It's like this seems just so lazy. Like I don't feel like writing, so it's just here's like here, everybody. This is your script for the next 2 weeks. This is all you're gonna have to say.
hmm It's like
I'm
Ron
like,
says, rinse and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's how Ron puts it.
yeah, it's like all those scenes that they repeated. They could have shown more stuff. Like they introduced Zende back into everything and had him going off on Ridge and stuff, and then it looks like he's trying to pick up Luna, but then nothing this week. They could have showed something with him. And then Bill knows Poppy. I think he's Luna's dad. That's the first thought that came into my head when he said that she looked familiar. But they weren't even on last week. Well, Luna was, but it wasn't about her. It was about Eric. And they still haven't even said what Eric is dying of. What does he
Oh,
have? What is it about him that's making him die?
they said something. It's something about like I know he had strokes and stuff like that. It's like cardiovascular something. Um,
Oh yeah,
but
they're saying he
yeah,
had many strokes. Oh yeah, that's very true.
yeah. Um, and yeah, my whole thing, and that's exactly what Ron says. Bill being the father was kind of lazy because there's no build up to it. There's no build up to it. Um, it just kind of just like thrown out of nowhere. Okay, fine, whatever. Eric has been dying for like 3 weeks now at this point, so and I do feel like he's going to leave the show because the dude is like 80 something years old. He doesn't want to be like Doug or Julie or anything like that. He's done. He's tired. So I'm totally fine with him leaving the show. And Zende being Mrs. Stereo Girl, I'm happy that they're showing Zende in so much of a he's mad, he's angry, and so like I'm cool. At least they're giving him some backbone. He never had that backbone when he was with Paris. Perry treated that man like a damn toilet seat, and he was totally okay with it. So I'm totally fine with him having some backbone and being Mr. Studio Girl. Come on now, you know it's true. You know it's true.
I didn't really get to see Zendaya and Paris together. When I started watching, Paris was trying to get with Carter, and then Carter was trying to get with Quinn. And so that's what I saw. I saw Zendaya try to get Paris, but then he saw that she was more interested in Carter. That's all I saw of Zendaya and Paris, pretty much.
Ah, okay, yeah, you came a little bit more later into the game than I did. They were
Mhm.
together for a while, and then out of nowhere, she wanted to be serious with him, and he wanted to be serious with her. But then she started hanging out with Carter, and a minute. Here's the thing: Thomas wanted to be with Paris, and Paris was like, "No, because I have a boyfriend." And then when Thomas wanted to get serious with Paris, Paris was like, "Oh, we're just hanging out. We're just friends. We're not really that serious." So it's like, but you just told Thomas that you got a boyfriend and you're in a serious relationship. Make up your mind. They made her look so dumb. It was bad. But yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with Zendaya actually having backbone. I want to see where this is going. This is all because that he doesn't know that Eric is dying, but yet Carter does. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I had a feeling that Carter was going to find out. I thought he was going to find out last week, but I was like, Rich was talking about how Carter's family, and I'm like, Zendaya's family too. Well,
Exactly.
we
He's
blood family. Carter is just,
exactly.
you know, he's family by association.
You got a
Yeah,
question?
was that? Asked Danny Bear what's her take on Wyatt exit from the show because they didn't have anything for him to do. Uh, yeah, we never even got to say goodbye to Wyatt. No reason to why he left. I mean, well, I know why the actor left, but why the character just disappeared. Oh lordy, I guess we'll get an explanation within a few months, like what they did with Quinn.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for Wyatt. He seemed like a fun guy. It'd been cool to see him in storyline. Him and Paris could have got together or something. You know, I don't know. Poor thing
Yeah.
had to hear all of Liam's drama. I felt bad for the dude. And now Bill, I guess Bill is going to step into that role. But yeah,
Yeah. And you got Donna and her honey bear this and honey bear that. But I was like, yo, listen, I don't give a damn what anyone says. She looked good in that purple dress.
yeah, she's gorgeous. And I'm like, poor Eric, he's dying, but at least he got Donna by his side. He could die happy with a smile on his face.
But I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like a middle finger to not include Zende, but you
Mhm.
let Carter know. Like, I mean, granted he's doing this revenge against Eric. I mean, against RJ because he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the whole thing. I think it's a question you should probably answer. Or
Uh, the problem with B&B is that you're not Caucasian and a Forster. You're going to be wasted. Oh, damn. Well, I mean, I'm new to the show, but for what I've seen, yeah, Zendaya in Paris hasn't got much love. Carter's gotten some love, but you know, but yeah, it would be cool because I'd like to know more about Zendaya in Paris. Carter's still on my shit list for what he said about Quinn, but but yeah, I wanted to know more about their characters. It's like they just get pushed to the side for all this Ridge and um, Brooke and Taylor mess. I'm like, I don't want to see these old people fighting over each other, and they missed a good opportunity. They could have had Taylor and Brooke fall for each other. Now that would have been a good storyline. Anyway, but
oh,
yeah, like I really like Paris. I mean, I thought it was weird that she was all wanting to be with Carter because they just didn't look right together. But her and Zendaya look pretty cute. And I liked her hanging out with Thomas too when he was living with her. I thought they was gonna do something with that and then have Hope be jealous of him and Paris together. But that didn't happen. I was like, I don't even know anything about the characters, you know? Except for she wanted Carter and Zendaya wanted Paris, and now Zendaya's mad because RJ is getting the job he thought he would, but Zendaya doesn't know nothing. And now Zendaya's gonna look like the asshole for trying to steal Luna from RJ. I'm like, Lordy.
Now, Samuel says Zendaya is adopted. I didn't know that.
Oh, he's
Um,
adopted?
yeah,
Oh,
apparently so. Yeah, I didn't. Well, thank you for letting me know, Samuel.
oh,
Um, now I
okay.
will sit there and say this. I'm gonna let you read this, and then I got a comment. I'm gonna sit there and say.
So they need to play that beat that have Zunde talk about why they treat him as an outsider. That's the story. Play it up. Zunde being adopted. Okay.
Now, my issue with Zende being so fired up is he goes back to Hope and Thomas. And he's like, we helped create, we got Hope for the Future back resurrected. It was like, no, you didn't. Thomas did. You and Eric want to fumble in the ball, and Thomas came back to sit there and actually save Hope's line. So what are you talking about? It's like, bro, you're so out of pocket on this. Like, I understand that he doesn't feel that like he's been working hard, so why should he get ahead? But it's like, don't try to act like you was Captain Save a Hope because you weren't. That was Thomas.
I was being nice giving it to him because he helped out some. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I think he
Thomas
messed
was
up.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's already down. Don't kick him out. He's down. You know he thinks that his grandpa don't like him. His family treats him as an outsider. So let him have that win. I
So
don't
you're
know.
more nicer than me.
He might have did some other stuff in the background that we don't know about that they might bring up later. Because this show just like to make up stuff, make up stuff. I was like, okay. I'm like, I didn't see that, but okay, if we're gonna talk about that, okay. But I'm happy he gets a storyline. So I like to know more about Zende. I didn't know he was adopted. I didn't even know who his parents were. I forgot he was a Forster until he said something last week. I was like, oh, I forgot you're a Forster. My bad.
Like I said, I'm liking his story. Hopefully they keep it going because that'd be interesting.
Mhm.
It's the first time that he's actually been interesting, so I'm with it. I want to sit there and see where it goes.
Oh, Lordy.
Now, Samuel says that's not right. Albert Zende was put on the back burner for Thomas to be head designer. And this question is for you.
Albert asks Danny what's her take on Deacon and Sheila hiding their engagement from everybody, especially Finn and Hope. That's just a hot mess. That's just gonna end up blowing up big time when they find out. I was like, are they gonna get married and just hide that too? But yeah, I don't know why they hiding that too, because they know that they're together and they're trying to make
Exactly.
everybody see that they're serious about each other. But and plus that would just make it even more juicier to know that he's trying to marry her too. But yeah, we haven't seen them together in 2 weeks. It's time to see them together. That's just wrong for my heart. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I find it, the last thing I would sit there and say is about the, Hope and Deacon getting into an argument. And I'm just like, Hope, you're going out with Thomas, so do you sit there and stalk you? And Deacon, you have no room to sit there and talk about Thomas because you have somebody who shot two people in an alley and just walked away. So in reality, y'all both out of pocket.
Yeah,
If you're gonna be,
yeah. Well, I get where Deacon's coming from. He's a dad, so he feels the need he needs to say what's best for his daughter. But yeah, he has no room to talk about Sheila.
yeah,
And
they're both out
Hope,
of pocket.
Hope talking about, or she said that Thomas Sheila makes Thomas look like a saint.
Yeah, I was like, all right, bro, come on. Like,
I mean, I
you
haven't
know,
heard
you,
about him killing nobody, but still, he's little.
well, I mean, you're using that dude as a sex toy, so let's be honest. That's literally what Steffi said.
That's what she's doing,
Yeah.
basically. And he don't mind. He's not stupid. He's like, okay, I'll do it, whatever. But she did say that she loves him, so it's working for him.
Hey,
And
listen,
doing it in front of
exactly.
that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, I watched that scene so much with him crying, watching him through the door. That was beautiful. He probably still
Listen, as
crying.
exactly. Listen, as men, we just go with it. We just be like, all right, cool, let's whatever. Eventually we wise up and kind of realize but it takes us a while to actually get to that point, though.
Yeah, just enjoy the hot sex.
Yeah.
Hope look like she's awoken her inner Brooke Logan with Thomas.
Oh, she damn sure did. Let's not sit there and try to. I'm listening. Like I said, I'm with it. I just, my whole thing about B&B, I feel like they need to sit there and rotate the cast members more. I
Hmm.
feel like that would definitely help the show keep it fresh and everything like that. Um, but B&B is like they'll just do what they want to do and just call it a show. And it's because it's been off for so long, people that are just loyal to the show, they'll watch it, which is fine. But it's like at some point, y'all should want better.
Yeah, I think the same is for Young and the Restless. Because seriously, who could really enjoy that show like every single day? Like, they just sit there. I don't know. Maybe because I'm spoiled because I grew up watching Days and GH and Passions that everything something crazy happening every week. Someone getting shot, kidnapped, stabbed, turn into the devil, or something, a zombie, And then
Being,
I to watch Young and the Restless, and everybody's just talking business and stuff. I'm like, every once in a while you might see a sex scene, but that's all.
why not have his moments, right? Like, why not have his moments when it's actually good? Like the Chelsea scene when she was about to jump off the balcony or whatever. This that came up with the whole Jordan and the Nooms and stuff like that. They have their moments when they're good, right? It doesn't happen too often, but when it's good, it's really good. The problem is their consistency. I'm gonna let you end it with this question.
Albert asks Danny if she agreed that Belle doesn't like the Taylor character who wants her gone from the show. It does really seem that way because, yeah, I've only been watching for almost 2 years now, and it seems like he's very team Ridge and Brooke
Brooke.
because it just looks like the only reason why Ridge was going after Taylor was because Ridge was pissed at Brooke. That's what it seems to me. And I was like, this is probably what the back and forth is that Ridge is just mad at Brooke, so he'll go be with Taylor until Brooke, straightens up or whatever. That's what it just seems like. I just don't see no love with Ridge and Taylor. It just, it's like, what does she see in him? I don't understand what Brooke sees in him either, but it's just the way that they were writing that story, and then they made her look like the bad person with Brooke and Taylor being friends. It's like Taylor was just playing Brooke, trying to get her a man so she can go back and get with Ridge.
Yeah.
What? But Brooke was the one walking around in a teddy in front of Ridge, but Taylor's the bad one.
Yeah, I mean that's why I sit there,
And Brooke kissed him too on
and
Christmas.
didn't say exactly, didn't say a damn thing, just kept between them. Yep,
And
you're
Taylor
right.
don't know none of this. That's just messed up. Like, I feel bad for her. I'm like, girl, don't be stupid. Forget about Ridge. Do your thing, and then find yourself a real man, or just be single. Being with a man is overrated. You know.
Now, if you want to read that one,
YNR is a slow burn soap. That's been the history of the soap. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I watched for years without missing an episode, and it just kind of it was
Boring.
good, but then it got boring and stuff. And then they were pissing me off because they broke up. Lily and Daniel and Nick and Sharon and um, Jack and Phyllis, and then it was like I don't have any couples to root for, and then your storylines are getting on my nerves. So yeah, that's why I can't, stay with Young and the Restless that long because I don't get their storylines sometimes. I guess because I've been in and out for so long. I don't sit there and really watch. So I'm like, what are they talking about? What does this mean? I don't know. But I don't know. This storyline with Claire and stuff sounds pretty interesting. So I'm guessing. Well, I'm assuming that she really is Baby Eve. But how's that gonna work out? Are they
I
gonna get
feel
they're gonna get her out of prison? No, she
I
fits
f-
right
I,
in with the Newmans already. So
mm, I feel I'll sit there and say this to just to close it out. I feel like if you weren't like a YouTuber doing like reviews and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't watch that much of YNR,
mm-mm.
right? Yeah, that's what I said. I feel like you probably wouldn't watch YNR, which is fine because I feel like with the soaps, everyone has their soaps that they like, that they don't like. Some people just watch General Hospital. Some people just watch YNR. Wayne's soap talks, he just watch YNR and B&B. He doesn't do the other two. And there's only a few people that actually watch all four.
Mm.
Um, but I enjoy them all because they all bring something unique to the table. And like I said, when they hit, they're really good. Plus, if I don't like one, hopefully the other three will be good that day. So I have options. Is there anything you want to sit there and say before we end this in this live stream?
um, I don't know. um, it was fun being back doing a live stream, even though I probably still sound silly in a live stream, like I do when I do my reviews and go on my tangent. Then I'm like, oh crap, what was I just talking about? Okay, let's go back to the review. But you keep me in line, keep me on on topic.
Hey, I try. Your favorite Ronnie Ron got a question for you.
Final question. Ask Danny what's her take on a fan that told Cynthia was her name Watrose that
Watros.
Watros that they would slap her because of her character she is playing. My God, Lord, leave that girl alone. I swear, Journal Hospital has the craziest fans. I swear, some of them think that the show is real because they be going after the actors because of what their character is doing. I'm like, what? And yeah, Cynthia definitely got it the worst when the whole Mike stuff and then Sonny coming back to town. I'm like, really? Y'all need to get out, touch the grass, stare at the sky. That's just crazy and psycho. It's like, does she have security guards on her? I definitely would hire some security of that. Oh lordy. I'm like,
Well, what I understand is there was a fan event, and I'll sit there and say this before we end this. There was a fan event. They had everyone there. They had Cynthia Watros there. When Cynthia Watros came down, I guess to greet people, whatever, people booed her. Like they were just nasty to her. They booed her. They called her names and everything like that. And I'm like, you do realize that you make all the other fans look like nut jobs because
mhm.
you got to sit there and act like asses to the actress. She's just playing a character, and that's what they decided to do. That made sense to them. So yeah, I mean, Ron always sits there and asks that question like every single time I do these live streams, but um, yeah, it's unnecessary. It makes you look bad, and honestly, tell you the truth, you need to go out there and get a man or a woman or something. That's what you need to be doing. You need to sit there and get yourself back out in the dating market. But I do want to sit there and thank you for joining though, Danny. Like I appreciate you. It's always fun to sit there and do these live streams. And like I said before we started, she was sitting there talking about how much she loves Mustache Man. That Victor Newman was her dude.
Oh lordy. Well, I was entertained by him this week, handling Jordan. That was funny. I was like, nobody's scared of you, but then he knocks her down. I'm like, Jordan, I was rooting for you. Oh lordy. But no. You love Nina way more than I love Mustache. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad we straightened that out. Just in case anyone's confused about that. But listen, I do want to thank everyone for joining. Now, this was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate every single one of y'all. If you're not following Dannybear87, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Definitely follow her. She does her reviews on the weekends. You can catch her on
Echo,
Saturdays usually. You get it through?
you froze up. Oh,
We
you're
can't
still
switch.
frozen. You're freezing up.
Okay, now we good. Yeah, so you do. Okay, I'm good now. But yes, you do your reviews on the weekends, right?
Yep,
Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So on the weekends,
yep,
on Saturdays usually, you get it through.
yep. Posted Saturday mornings.
Okay,
And then I
and you
have a
primarily.
Sunday show where I do a it's like a highlight of the week for all three shows on Sundays.
Oh, nice. Damn. Okay, you adding some work in there. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was just on the Saturdays. Okay.
yeah. I'm working on some other stuff, but just trying to get that in order so it'll move a little smoother. Yeah, that's the word,
Wow.
smoother.
So you got your Saturday stuff and you got your Sunday stuff. So she's putting out work. She's putting in that work. I love it. I love it. That is great. Seriously, no, that's awesome, Dom. But yes, I want to thank everyone for joining. Now, this is a lot of fun. We will definitely see you in our respective channels, and the next time we sit there and do a live stream. So yes. Also, if you're not a member, join because tonight, me, Curry's Clark, and Danny. No, me, Curry's Clark, and DC Soul Sanctuary are going to be sitting there doing a live stream for the members. It's a lot of tea that went on about 2 weeks ago. Y'all gonna want to sit there and find that stuff out. It was something. I'll sit there and say that. So if you're not a member, definitely hit the description in the description box. Definitely hit the join button. And with that being said, we will see you in the next live stream.
Mm.
Later.
Bye.